I give the floor now to the representative of the United Kingdom.
Thank you, President, and thank you for convening this meeting. I'd like to start by thanking the Secretary-General, ASG Juncker, and DG Grossi for briefing us today. This is a pivotal moment for the region. A further spiral of conflict poses serious risks to regional and international peace and stability. Our foremost priority must now be to support de-escalation. We have long made clear that Iran must not have a nuclear weapon and that their nuclear program represents a serious threat to international peace and security. The United States took action last night to alleviate that threat. The United Kingdom did not participate in US or Israeli strikes. But military action alone cannot bring a durable solution to concerns about Iran's nuclear program. My Prime Minister has been clear. We urge Iran now to show restraint, and we urge all parties to return to the negotiating table and find a diplomatic solution which stops further escalation and brings this crisis to an end. It is in the interests of all parties to pursue such a deal. This was the joint call made by my Prime Minister with his French and German counterparts earlier today. Together with our E3 partners, the UK has long pursued a diplomatic solution to address Iran's nuclear escalation. On Friday, alongside E3 and EU colleagues, my Foreign Secretary met Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi in Geneva to press directly for a return to diplomacy. My Foreign Minister spoke to Foreign Minister Araghchi again today and stressed the urgency of this, and we continue to engage partners across the region. President, the UK reiterates its full support for the IAEA and Director General Grossi for their critical work, professionalism, and impartiality. The IAEA and the Non-Proliferation Treaty are key pillars of international security. Threats against IAEA staff and the DG are unacceptable. We urge Iran to cooperate fully with the IAEA. Failure to do so will only further fuel escalation. President, now is the time for de-escalation and a return to diplomacy. It is essential Iran chooses this path. I thank you.